Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
As someone who has enjoyed cruising on the open sea, I have to confess that my interest has begun to subside. The reason why the idea of cruising no longer excites me? The sheer enormity of the newest generation of cruise ships. The biggest of them all is coming soon, and we have to assume there are cruise ports big enough to handle it. Royal Caribbean International's new monster is a 1,200-foot-long behemoth called the Icon of the Seas. Construction of this bad boy is nearly completed at a shipyard in Finland, and Royal Caribbean plans to put it in service early next year. We've heard the term floating city used in the past to describe new megaships as they take to sea. Icon of the Seas may literally qualify. Consider a few facts about the ship. It weighs 250,000 tons. That's 5 times the weight of the Titanic. It will carry 5,600 passengers and 2,350 crew members. Most of today's big cruise ships have between 12 and 15 decks. Icon of the Seas will have 20. It will also offer 6 water slides and 7 swimming pools, one of which will be the biggest pool at sea. That pool alone will hold 40,000 gallons of water. Sounds to me that the only thing the ship lacks is a city hall and a zip code, which neatly summarizes my problem with the industry these days. The vessels are so huge that it's easy to forget you're on a ship. The thrill of the open sea is diminished. Computer-generated renderings of what the ship will look like feature oversaturated colors that are almost blinding, like a photograph that has been over-photoshopped. Of greater concern is the impact this floating city will have on the oceans. Major cruise lines have been fined in recent years for illegal dumping of waste into the sea. While Royal Caribbean hopefully has a plan for collecting and safely getting rid of trash and waste, a town of 8,000 souls will be generating a lot of it. It's a common gripe against the cruise ship industry. Ocean cruising is a heavy polluter and a huge contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. According to one study, a large cruise ship has a larger CO2 emissions footprint than 12,000 cars. And as with any crowd that size compacted in a tight space, the risk of disease is always a threat. The cruise industry took a major hit during the pandemic, and it may be a while before it fully recovers. CNN has reported that outbreaks are again surging on cruise ships, despite a few years of declining interest due to COVID. The explosive growth of sea cruising over the last 3 decades cannot be denied. For a long time, I was a big fan. If I do sail again, I'll find a ship a lot smaller than the Icon of the Seas. In the meantime, let's hope Royal Caribbean's newest megaship fares better than a ship called the Global Dream, which went straight from the shipyard to the junkyard last year when its builder declared bankruptcy. Sometimes the expression, go big or go home, ends up commanding a huge price.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.